fellow poultry farmers, I am so excited to bring to you this episode, which will be an eye-opener to you when it comes now to poultry farming. There has been very many challenges when it comes now to farming poultry, and the number one challenge I normally talk about the challenge of lacking knowledge. Very many farmers fail because they lack knowledge about vaccination, they lack knowledge about the right poultry farming model. But today I want to narrow to a very serious challenge which is faced by almost each and every poultry farmer in every sector, and it's the challenge of poultry feeds. Today I want us to get into details of understanding how you can be able to cut down the cost of your production in your poultry farm by formulating your own feeds. And in this episode, we will be looking at what is the most critical aspect when it comes now to poultry feeding. So guys, we are going to formulate layers mash using the concentrate, which I'm going to walk with you the journey from the beginning to the end. So guys, my name is Lenny and I assist farmers launch successful poultry farm. In the past, we introduced Saso F1, which we sell at 100 Kenya shillings per chick, but we also have edges from 1 week old to point of lay Saso F1, which you can get in our farm at the most affordable price. We also introduced commercial layers, which the days we are giving at 160 Kenya shillings, and the point of lay we are selling at 850. Not only that, we are only ensuring that you get a right poultry house from the beginning, and you keep your birds in the right manner from the beginning to the end. So guys, let's get into our today's topic. This is my breeder farm where I am doing this video, and we'll be walking step by step. This is the poultry house where I keep my chicken, and I just want to show you how they look like, because the feeds we are going to formulate today is the same feed I use for my breeder stock. So you can see my breeder stock, how they look like. Here they are. So I don't know, this one, what is it trying to do? It needs a cork. So this is my breeder stock. Today we are doing vaccination. Remember to do your vaccination after every 6 weeks. So this is my breeder stock here, which I use now. The feeds which we are going to discuss today on how to formulate them. So guys, very many farmers, they don't really understand what is the major component when it comes now to poultry feeds. The major component, in fact, is not even the concentrate, and is something which is locally available in the place even where you are. And it's a very simple component. In poultry feed production, around 70 to 80% of the feed components is the whole maize. And if you can be able to access maize in any place you are, you can be able to formulate your own feeds, which will cut the feeding cost at around 50%. And I want you to be very keen in this video, because it will be an eye-opener to you if you want to start poultry farming, or if you want to employ somebody to manage your poultry farm. If you solve the problem of feeding, you are going to make a profit in your poultry farming venture. And I just want to show you, I'm in Western Kenya, Bungoma, and we also have our distribution center in Nairobi, if you are in Nairobi. So I just want to show you, in Western Kenya is now the best season now, which I'm going to show you. Just look at this. This is now the product which we need around 70% in our feed formulation. You can see how this maize did. It's very wonderful. And now we are in the harvesting season. So you can start by stocking a lot of maize, because when the prices are low. That is the first secret. You stock this maize, you dry very well, then you will have enough, which will necessitate to produce feeds which are affordable and are of high quality. So you can see they did it very well, and it is in each and every farm, guys, as you can see. So I'm so excited as a poultry farmer, and again I'm also excited also to train you on how you can be able to cut down the feeding cost using now this process. Let me show you now on how we are going to mix these components, which we are going to discuss step by step from the beginning to the end. So let's start, guys. So, poultry farmers, we want to go step by step so that you may be able to understand how this mixing normally works. In poultry feed formulation, as you have seen, around 70% of the total ingredients is broken maize. So I just want to show you what we have. Today, I'm using the simplest method in feed formulation, and we are using the 20% concentrate. The good thing with using the 20% concentrate is that you only use 4 items. The concentrate itself, number 1. Number 2, you use the broken maize. Number 3, you use lime. Then number 4, you use now the maize bran. So I want to show you what we have prepared now. We want to prepare 1 ton of poultry feeds. So come with me so that we may be able to see what is going to transpire. So in our case, currently we don't have a feed crusher. So we broke the maize previously. So we have our maize jam over here. We are only going to have 100 kgs of maize jam in this case. The lime, we are going to use the black lime. As you can see here, we are only going to use 100 kgs of this feed lime. And make sure it's the feed lime. Don't buy the lime which is now for construction. Make sure it is written now the stock feed, which is now for making now the feeds. The other component is the concentrate. As you can see, we are using 4 bags. We have this bag, number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. It means we are going to use now 200 kgs of this concentrate to make 1 ton of poultry feeds. Let me zoom for you so that you may be able to see what is it. So this is now the Kogis layer concentrate, 20%, which is we are going to use now 200 kgs to formulate at least 1 ton of poultry feeds. The other component we are going to use here is the broken maize. We have how many sacks? We are going to use 590 kgs of maize. But because we don't have soybean oil, we are going to add 10 more kgs of this maize to make it 600. So we have broken maize, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we are going to have a 3/4 of this sack now, so that we may have now 600 kgs, so that we may be able to make 1 ton. So guys, I want us to walk step by step now in the mixing, how you can do it in your home, so that you may not be able to make a mistake. And the good thing is that you can be able to get this concentrate from our outlet at only 8,000 Kenya shillings per bag, and we'll be able to deliver to where you are at your most convenient time. We will not leave you at that. We are going to ensure that we train you on how you are going to use this method, which we also use in our breeder farms, so that you may be able to make feeds, which is going to cut cost now in your poultry farm. And this is the best time, if you are in Western Kenya, to purchase maize. You stock enough maize, which is going to assist you now in feed formulation. So guys, let's start now the process of pouring, so that you may be able to see how it goes. The process is very simple. We have started now the process of mixing. This is the initial process. We start by pouring. So the first thing we had now is our broken maize. This is now the size for, if you want now to make for layers. This is now the good size you can have now for the broken maize. Then now we have followed now with the maize jam. Then we have followed now with the concentrate. As you can see, we are going to make at least 1 ton of feed. And in this case, the best advice I can give you as a poultry farmer, never give your chicken maize which you cannot personally take. Make sure you get the best maize, then break it, then you prepare now the feeds. You realize you feed them well, they are going to give you also a good return. So that is a very another simple mistake very many farmers normally make. So ensure that you follow this procedure keenly, and you'll be able to understand how it takes place and how you can be able now to reduce some of these major costs which now comes with the feed formulation now in your poultry farm. So guys, as I have promised you today, we are going to go step by step up to the time we are going to finish now the final product. Then you see what really normally happens now in poultry feed formulation, to do it right and get it right now in poultry farming. So let's continue now with the process of mixing. Today we don't have a mixer. We are going now to use now the spades to do the mixing, but we are going to do it around, we are going to mix it, to turn it around 10 times to ensure that it mixes thorough, and each and every part of the ingredients, they mix very well. So guys, keep in touch. We continue up to the end so that we may be able to understand the whole process. We don't have a mixer. We are going to do this process 10 times. We are going to do the manual mixing for 10 times to ensure that it thoroughly mixes and each and every part of this poultry feeds mix thoroughly. So here we go. So we are going to go in this process for around 20 minutes. And this is 1 ton of poultry feeds. And in this case, we are producing now the layers mash for chicken, which are around 28 weeks to 48 weeks. So here we go up to the end. So let's continue with the process of mixing so that we may be able now to get our final product in the end. So let's continue, guys. If you are watching us for the first time, we assist farmers launch successful poultry farms and they work with you step by step up to the end. So let's continue, guys, with this process.
Kwanza tutoe. Unajua kuona tu kitu mara moja.
Show you now the final product of our poultry feeds. Here it is, as you can see, very perfect and well balanced. Then after we have finished now with the formulation, what follows now is very simple. You realize when you are transiting from one poultry feed to another, you don't do it abruptly. You do it in stages. And I want to give you now the analogy. What you see now, the guys over there doing, and the vet now supervising, is we want to ensure that we mix it very well. So that you are moving from type of feed A to the type of feed which they are formulating in their farm. So in this case, what you normally do, we start with the feeds which the chicken were consuming initially. We give 75%, then 25% of our feed. The second day, we are going to do 50 of our feed, then 50% of the feed, which they were giving the birds. Then the third day, we are going to do 25 of the feed they were giving, then 75 of the feed which we are formulated. Then the fourth day, we are going to go 100% with these feeds we are formulated. So that's how you normally transit from one feed to the other to prevent the birds now from straight. Now we are mixing now. This now feed we are going to give now our birds now tomorrow in this manner. So ensure that you follow this procedure keenly and you'll be able to succeed in your poultry farming journey without a struggle. So guys, I want to appreciate you so much for keeping in touch. Let's meet on the next video. Make sure you save this video, leave a comment for the next video so that we may be able now to train you more on how you can start and run a successful poultry farm. So guys, I am taking orders for day-old chicks and also for Sasso F1 and also commercial layers. So my number is here on bio. Take my number and I'll be able to start the journey with you. We work together up to the end like I did now on my client site, as you can see. Let's meet on the next video, guys.